The student-to-student Jewish organization came to MRH to talk to students about the Jewish culture and religion.
My name is Mayarav. I'm a senior at University City High School. As she said, we're members of the student-to-student organization ran by the Jewish Community Relations Council. We're here to talk about our lives as Jewish teens. I'm a swimmer and a weightlifter, and I belong to the conservative branch of Judaism, which means we try to conserve the laws while still having a flexible approach.
My name is Samara. I go to Clayton High School. I'm a junior. I play softball during season, when it's in season at my high school. I also love to read. And I'm also part of the conservative branch of Judaism, which is just adapting the laws to your lifestyle.
There's two other common branches. There's the Reform branch, which is choice through knowledge. So they kind of pick and choose what things they would like to follow. And then there's the Orthodox branch of Judaism, which tries to adhere to the laws as closely as possible. Some other basics of Judaism is it's the oldest monotheistic religion, meaning that we believe in one God. I think Jewish people don't all look the same. I feel like a lot of people think of like Ashkenazi Jews sometimes, which are European Jews when they think of that, but I mean, Jews are from like all around the world. They can be any race, ethnicity, stuff like that. So you can't always tell if someone is Jewish, especially if they're not like following those like modesty and stuff like that.
There were about like 60,000 Holocaust survivors that came to St. Louis. So I'm bringing this up because the Jewish Federation just reopened the Holocaust Museum in St. Louis. It's in Creve Coeur. I really, really want you guys to go out to it. I was just there 2 weeks ago. And it gives like a very good modern take of this wasn't 100 years ago, this wasn't 200 years ago, this was like recent, this was in the past 100 years. There's a lot of cool technology, I guess, if that's what's gonna like spur up the interest to go. But like there's a lot of stories of Holocaust survivors in St. Louis. So it's really cool to go see, and it's a very meaningful thing.
They have an online archive as well with like stories, so you don't even have to go in person, like if you were interested. Like Henry's story is there. He like recorded I think 8 hours or something of him talking, but then it also will give you like a summary and it'll show you like on the map where like some of these survivors were. So it'll give you like it in just a few paragraphs. You don't even have to like listen to like 8 hours of someone speaking, but you can just like look at a few people's stories, and I think it's interesting.
Yes, but in the world's population, there are 0.2% of Jewish people in the world. So like 2% was a good guess for the United States and St. Louis. That make up 2% of the population here. With that, the FBI came out with a statistic of 58% of all religious-based hate crimes are targeted towards Jewish people. So we make up so little of the population, but we make up a huge percent of like religious-based hate crimes. So it's like, I don't want to say like it doesn't weigh itself out, but it doesn't. Yeah. It wouldn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Going back to Kanye, since we're in a day and age of media, everything is mainstreamed. Everything is like you can get it at a touch of the button, and like the teacher yesterday was talking about how they don't like a lot of the people that aren't Jewish and that see that type of stuff, they're laughing like, oh, did you see Kanye said this? But like when I see that, or like when my Jewish friends see that, we're like, oh my God, Kanye said this, and now something has happened. Because like somebody's like, oh, that's so funny, like why would he say that? That's so stupid. But it's still, somebody's gonna take it seriously, and somebody's gonna use that and like use that as their way of hate.
Can I add to that?
Yeah.
Like something with the Kanye situation that I like personally find kind of scary is that Kanye West has more followers on Twitter than there are Jewish people in the entire world. So to think that he's broadcasting messages that some people like find serious or like or don't even like take seriously, they think it's a joke. And he can broadcast it to so many people, and Jews are such like a small minority. Like that could be very like bad for us.
One of the groups asked how they can support the Jewish people.
Well, I think even just hearing us talk today is like such an important thing, because like I said, a lot of people will be like, oh, Kanye said this, that's hilarious. But now you can go out and be like, that's not that funny, like it's not okay to say that. So I think a big part of educating yourself about any minority or any issue that's going on in the world is good. And like after this today, you can go and do more research if you want to. So I think for me personally, that's like the biggest thing that you can go do. You can go educate yourself on anything that needs to be made right.
Like to add to that, I think especially after the Holocaust, since that was such a big genocide, a lot of Jewish people make organizations or just do like personal work to try and help other like minorities that are experiencing stuff like that. because that was such like a big tragedy. Try to like help other people. A big concept in Judaism is called tikkun olam, which means to repair the world. So it's like a big thing we try to do to like help make the world as good as it can be, and do our part, even if it's like on a small level, like a mitzvah project or like a big organization doing stuff to try and like help our people, but like also all people.